live.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, hello.
We are here, smart geeks, ready to talk geek things.
That's it.
Tonight may be a short show. We don't know. My wife's out of town, so I'm alone with the kids. Katrin just got the first vaccine dose and he's feeling like a zombie.
I look all pale.
And then Chris just never wants to see
look that
on.
way.
I'm just me. Always something wrong with me.
Oh, wow. I didn't say that.
I didn't say that, but so we'll get started real fast. Share a video with friends. Oh, sure.
You said that last time on the video because I remember rewatching it and like editing it, and you're like, "Oh, what's the share video with friends?"
Hello, Vance. Welcome to the comment section. So tonight we're just going to do, before I hit record, we're going to talk sort of speculation with the WandaVision finale that happens tonight for us at 2 a.m. 3 a.m. if you're on the East Coast.
Ooh.
And then whatever time it is on the West Coast then.
Fancy.
I wish that they just did it midnight East Coast
5?
time.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But 5? Why would it be 5?
On the West Coast. In the West Coast, 2 hours behind the Central.
If it's 3 here.
Yes, it's 2 hours behind us. Yes.
Yeah, so
It's midnight at
2, 3, 4. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. So.
No, the other way.
No, the other way.
So if
Where
it's
am
2
I
here,
again?
if it's 2 here, it's midnight on the
Oh.
left coast.
That would, sure.
Sunrise is in the
Well,
Jackie Chan movie.
what is Jackie Chan movie?
sunrise is in the east, sits in the west.
Oh my gosh, the people.
Owen
don't hear
Wilson.
this.
Okay.
All right, here we go. You guys ready?
I'm-
Okay, like we're done. What's wrong?
Nothing.
All right.
I'm just trying to get everything.
Winchester's here, Vance is here. We're good to go.
We're good to go.
So we're going to talk Spider-Man, all of Chris's theories.
So
or
many.
Totally Home,
Maybe the theory.
and maybe some more theories. And then, and we're going to talk WandaVision. So,
What?
are we ready? It was iamGEEK all along. That's topping the charts, by the way. Not iamGEEK, but
It is. No.
the Agatha all along. Here we go. Ready?
Yes.
Hello and welcome to I Am Geek. This is episode 183. I'm Ryan. I'm joined by my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin. And tonight is the night.
Woo! All right.
It is
Oh,
It's the last episode. What?
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Before the secret episode that's going to drop.
It's the
Oh, a
WandaVision
bit of our show.
season finale Eve, right? Yeah.
Yes.
It's like Christmas Eve, but it's for WandaVision.
Hmm.
And so WandaVision comes out, as we just figured out before we started, midnight Pacific time, West Coast time.
Yep.
2 a.m. for us, 3 a.m. for East Coast.
Yes.
So East
Sure.
Coast is...
What about Mountain Time?
Oh, we don't count them.
It would be 1 o'clock.
No, yes.
Numbers.
I promise.
He's the smart one.
So for people like us that don't want to be spoiled, it's like, okay, we either stay up and watch it at 2 a.m. or we just shut off everything the next day until we watch it, pretty much. Because people like to spoil it as soon as it comes out.
You
Sure.
you wake up
They're just
first thing in the
excited.
morning and turn it on.
Yeah.
Mm.
With 2 kids, that doesn't happen.
Just gather them around, have them watch it.
Gather around, children. It's time to watch
It's story time.
Agatha All Along. So Agatha All Along, the song, is topped the music charts. It's like number
Alright.
1 on Apple Music. It's like number 1 it's beat all these other like actual songs, I guess.
It is an actual song.
Yeah, but
I know what you mean.
It's a fake song.
It's just your imagination. It's just her putting that in our brains.
Yeah, it's not real. It's a fake song. It's a fong.
Whoa.
the song?
Fong, fong,
Fong.
fong, fong.
Song.
Oh.
Yeah, the fake song.
Fong. Arizona doesn't recognize any kind of time? What?
Time change or whatever.
Arizona doesn't recognize time at all.
Yeah, what's even crazier?
Daylight time?
Yeah, what's even crazier is there's some time zones in like the east over across the other side of the ocean that it's like a half-hour difference, like an hour and a half different or something crazy. And well, not an hour and a half from us, but you know, it's like a weird half-hour difference.
I'm gonna stop just recognizing time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's not that time.
It's relative, right?
It's always 5 o'clock in my house.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. You didn't know I could sing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll leave it up to you two. Do you want
two.
to start with WandaVision or do you want to start with Spider-Man?
Well, that's a complicated conundrum.
WandaVision it is.
Requires some thinking.
WandaVision was fine.
WandaVision.
That's what the folks came to hear about.
First off, how long do you think it's going to be tonight? Because every episode they say, this is how long the episode's going to be. And then when the episode hits, it's never the time that has been speculated.
47 minutes, including
the recap.
The
the
end.
end credits.
You know,
Yeah, if you think about it, you got the recap and then you have the end credits. So it's really just a 30-minute show.
It's ridiculous.
Well, it'll probably just be a 15-minute
So many credits.
Yeah. You got to get all those countries in there.
Yeah.
They're going to have a recap of like every movie from the Marvel Universe up until this one.
There was something. There was I didn't read the article because I don't read. The title of the article was Marvel wants you to binge all the movies before you watch the WandaVision finale.
Yes. Marvel wants to get views on Disney Plus. So
yeah, one article. Yeah.
They listed the things like Age of Ultron. They were in that.
They said
Ant-Man and the Wasp. He was in that.
The watches have increased dramatically on Age of Ultron, you know, just because it keeps telling people to watch it, but people are watching it and they're like, oh, I like this movie. You know, they realize that it's like, oh, this makes sense now, or this, I see these dots connect, you know. But
well, the funny thing, it always pops up, Age of Ultron, and so far every time it's popped up, I have not once been like, oh, what's that?
Well,
it's been
my wife and I are watching from the beginning in timeline order, as Disney Plus calls it. They've got everything listed in timeline order, and so it's like the first one is Captain America, right? Yeah, Captain America's it's like the 50s or whatever it is, or 40s, whatever year it is. I don't know. And then it goes to the 90s, which is Captain Marvel, and then it goes to whatever else. I don't remember. So we've
like Iron Man.
Yeah, maybe. So we're on. We finished. Yeah, it's Thor Ragnarok. That's what we're watching right now. We kind of watch when we can, and we've seen most of these, which is it's fun rewatching them and skipping some.
I've been doing that too. I'm up until I just got done with Captain America: Winter Soldier. Yeah, and so the next one was Guardians of the Galaxy. But part of me was like, I don't want to skip it.
I know. That's what we did. We skipped. So I kind of want to get back to Endgame or Infinity War and Endgame because I haven't seen those in a while. So, but it's not.
Yeah, we watched Endgame the other week, so we just sort of skipped all the way to there.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was good to see all of them, see the parts.
Yeah, I want to go back and watch it. Just time.
Yeah.
Just keep ticking.
But if you're in Arizona, it'll take no time because
no time at all.
It doesn't exist there.
Yeah. Vance thinks it's going to be 3 hours long.
Wouldn't that be epic?
That's him watching it over and over again.
WandaVision. Yeah. I think it's just going to be the same it has.
I'm thinking it's going to be just slightly longer, maybe 10 minutes longer or something like that.
Do you think all of our questions will be answered?
I'm sure, like, all of their questions that they think they set up will be answered.
They want you to have answered.
The other questions that they didn't realize they set up will probably not be answered.
So I guess the main ones they set up was the missing person,
Yes.
the engineer,
Possibly.
the what? I mean, what else? What else?
The Vision versus like New Vision.
Yeah.
Maybe what director Hayward, I think that was his name.
Yeah.
The sword director, what he's after exactly. And maybe delve into a little bit more of what's the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
How did he know in the last episode? Because we didn't talk about the last episode. So spoilers. It's a lot of flashbacks for not well, I mean, it's like going back in time.
Mm-hmm.
Walking through these doors. Basically, that's what it is.
The doors of our lives.
Doors of our lives. When Wanda goes into and we'll skip ahead and we'll go back probably. We'll be all over the place. Goes into the sword place.
Mm-hmm.
And basically he says, well, you could bring him back to life. How does he know about that she has those powers?
Well, I mean, I think he just knows that she's incredibly powerful because they seem to know, like Darcy knew that she destroyed the Infinity Stone, but
not to bring him back to life.
Right? Well, but I mean, but she's tied to all that. They seem to know that she almost beat Thanos. That seems to be this almost all-powerful type thing. So maybe he was just hoping. He seems to, because when they pulled the energy from the ship, he seemed to know that, if we have this energy, pump it into him, bring him back to life. This is another power source. So she could be basically like a battery to him.
Yeah.
So he seemed hopeful that she would do it.
Or does he know more than he's letting on?
Maybe.
Or maybe he's someone else entirely.
He's Thanos.
No.
I
don't think it'll be anybody. It would be cool if he was somebody else, but he'll just be old Hayward or whatever his name is. Do you think... What's her name? The neighbor...
The blonde-headed neighbor?
That we can never remember the name.
Dottie?
Yeah, Dottie.
Is she going to pop back up? Is she going to be anybody? Or is she just a random lady?
It seems like she's going to be somebody. They kind of set it up like she was going to be somebody. Because she was like, she's big in the neighborhood. You get in good with her.
Yeah, they made a big deal out of it. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't in the scene where Wanda's driving through the broken down, sad city.
No.
Which was very sad. You got the dude with the piano. Come take lessons.
Very sad Stars Hollow.
Yeah.
From Gilmore Girls.
Well, that's what I told my wife. I was like, this looks like one of those towns, because my wife was like, oh, I just want to be in Stars Hollow and Star Hollow, and like I want to go somewhere like that. And she watches all these shows that are like that, where it's like this small town, and it's like this cool downtown area that you can walk around. I was like, that's just like those shows you watch. That's what's so funny. But,
yeah. Well, they all end up using like the same set for the most part. I think it's that one pagoda thing. They all had that same set. So
I want, like in this last episode, maybe a realtor comes to town. Is like, wow, I like what you've done to the place. This really ups the value. Can you just stay here and keep the hex here, and we'll sell all this property, because before you came, it was dumb.
Yeah. Maybe let people move around, eat and drink.
Make their own choices.
You know what? Just like.
Keep it looking the same.
We don't want dead people forever hanging up laundry. I don't. It's not going to look good in the neighborhood. It'll bring the prices down a bit.
Yeah. All right. So Dottie may make an appearance again, or maybe she's just somebody they're trolling us with.
She could be the one that was it Wu? Is that his name?
Yeah.
The missing person.
Wu.
Yeah, Agent Wu. She could be the missing person.
Could be her.
Was she on the wall when they put
She wasn't, and that could be why she wasn't on the wall, because she's.
But they've seen her.
Protection.
They've seen her in the sitcoms.
Yeah, they've seen her, but maybe like we was like, no, you can't put her up there. We need to keep her off. I know who she is. No one else can know who she is.
Yeah, we really haven't seen much of her since the first 2 episodes, right? I mean, I think I saw an image of her this past one, but
yeah, it was very brief on the episode before this one.
She had yellow flowers, which some people have thought, hey, okay, so Agatha has purple flowers, which is purple power. Purple power.
Purple power.
Wanda has red flowers outside of her house colors, so the red power. So maybe Dottie has the yellow powers, which is a character from Marvel. And she has basically her powers are like yellow color, which I knew the name.
Don't look at me on this one.
And it's gone. She's like a
Clea.
Maybe it was either Clea or this other person, but basically her powers are yellow, like magic. So she could be a witch too, trapped in this.
I think she's just playing her same character from Buffy. I think that's what it is.
Post snap, like San Francisco and Ant-Man came back, and then it is post snap, Tyler.
Yeah. This seems to. I'm guessing this is around the same time as Far From Home. Like this is taking place. Seems to be around that time.
The thing about Far From Home was funny. Like it was all like, sort of like everything was nice and pristine and fun and happy when everything came back, and the rest of the world's like, we're all alone. All the plants have taken over. But New York, I guess, is just like, hey, we just kept on going. Who cares if half of our people died?
Well, they're probably like,
that's
we can get around now. Hey, it's great.
Yeah, less
pizza
traffic.
Pie for us.
My rent just went down.
But if you watch Far From Home and you watch this or when Ant-Man comes back, it's very different looking. But I guess that's just the tone of the movie. Or maybe it's Sony's fault.
Huh.
Maybe it's just everything through Wanda's eyes.
Says Far From Home is like 9 months later.
That's true. That is true. So they had time to clean up.
Oh, and Lane or Winchester says it's 8 months after. Fight!
Oh, fight! Is it 9 or 8? That is true. It is later because basically, WandaVision happens before Far From Home, which is very confusing for most people. So
I don't know if it really matters.
I mean, well, and you think about like in Far From Home, and they're going on with their lives at this point, and everything's kind of normal. So yeah, it'd have to be a bit separated from the event, right? You'd think of everybody, I don't know.
Yeah.
At least.
Far From Home. Vance mentioned this. Yes, in Far From Home, the teacher mentions witches as what, and it's one of my favorite lines in the movie. He says they're talking about something, and he goes, "You got to look at the science. It's witches." So maybe they know about this whole WandaVision thing, you know?
Maybe.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting because
it's a funny joke.
Yeah, or just it's going to be interesting how WandaVision plays in to the stuff coming up. Now, here's one thought. So, in most of the first phase of movies, I think it was the first phase, they all happen in the sort of the same time period, same week. Stuff's going on at the same time. Mm-hmm. So, is WandaVision and the next one, Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki, are they all going to be taking place in the same week or same couple of weeks? But it's like, this is what's going on with WandaVision or in the Hex, and then over here at the same time is what's going on with Falcon and Winter Soldier.
They tend to like to do that so they're not like, this isn't why this person's showing up because they're doing this.
Yeah.
They don't have time to come help.
So maybe all these Disney Plus shows that are going to be coming up is all happening in the same time period, and then that will lead them all into the next movie.
Yeah, I think that's the case. I mean, there's also the thought out there that these are just one-time gigs, right? There's not a season 2 of WandaVision, that this is like a one-time thing, you know, and maybe the same for these others. You know, they're just pieces of the bigger story and lead into something else. So, which is fine. I mean, they're good. So
I think with some of it will be. I don't think there'll be a second season of WandaVision. I don't think there'll necessarily be a second season of Falcon and Winter Soldier. I can see that leading into just another Captain America movie.
Yeah. And Loki is time travel, like Vance said in the comments, so it can happen at any time.
Loki's whenever it wants to be. He's like Arizona.
But yes, Loki is the Arizona of Marvel. Yes. You heard it here first, people. So Far From Home comes out in December. Is that right?
Yes. It's Christmas.
No, not Far From Home. No Way Home. Sorry.
We'll get to that.
No.
Yeah, but anyways, so there'll be this. So all of this stuff will be basically leading up to Far From Home.
Maybe.
And then No Way Home. Because No Way Home will probably take place right when Far From Home ended. Because basically, everybody knows who Spider-Man is, and it's going to go right into No Way Home.
Yes.
There you go.
So WandaVision, Winter Soldier, Falcon, into, if we're going chronologically, into Far From Home.
Why did they have to use this?
Into No Way Home. Into
E.T. Phone Home.
Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Surely they won't call it Doctor Strange 2.
No, it's the
that's right.
Multiverse of Madness. Right. It's the timeline of madness. No one knows.
So, what do you think is going to happen with White Vision and WandaVision? Because it's not the real Vision, really.
Yeah.
So
well,
it's Wanda's Vision.
Let them fight.
Yeah. Do you think Vision is going to somehow merge with White Vision?
So that would be my hope, because that would be if they want to bring back Vision, this is the time to do it, rather than like, we'll do it another time. Like, this seems like the perfect time for her to like take her Vision and just insert him into the White Vision by the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially manufactured anyways. Could they not do that? I don't know.
Yeah. He's just kind of energy that could be housed inside of him, so he can exit and still be maintained within himself.
Yep.
Right.
Part of me thinks Vision may go away for a while.
Probably so.
Then Vision goes away, and maybe even Wanda goes away until she pops back up in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, there's always the theory of Doctor Strange will show up at the very end. Maybe he'll take her off somewhere to help train her.
Yeah.
And he has her house in the Sanctum Sanctorium. So maybe you'll just see her quickly in Spider-Man, but that's about it.
Or is she going to be the next villain?
Could be.
Could be. I mean, in the comics, Agatha Harkness trains Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
In this one, they've made her more out to be a villain, but the whole thing could end with her taking her under her wing to train her.
Yeah.
It's true.
Because we don't know if Agatha's necessarily evil. She didn't cause any of this.
Oh, she's evil.
She killed a dog, Chris.
That's what witches do.
They round up the kids.
Spells and things.
They don't kill. I think she killed that dog because he was sniffing around those flowers.
Well, maybe it wasn't a real dog. It could have been a fake dog.
I mean, they probably won't go into this, but in the comics, those flowers are where she gets a lot of her. She uses for all of her powers and stuff.
She's like Rapunzel's witch.
Or sort of where she buried her husband, so they were like, "Get the dogs away."
Yeah. All right. So speaking of her husband Ralph, my husband Ralph. Who do you think Ralph is? Do you think Ralph is actually a person, or do you think this is just a phrase she uses in her sitcom world?
It could be like if it's anybody, I would hope it'd be Mephisto. Like it, Mephisto is like one of those like kind of crossroad demons type thing where he makes deals with people. So maybe she made a deal with him a long time ago to be more powerful.
Yeah.
You think that Mephisto is Senor Scratchy?
Worst name.
I don't know if he's Senor Scratchy or if Scratchy's just...
That's the rabbit for those.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Maybe it's just a rabbit and it's just a nice little nod to her having a son named Scratch.
Yeah, but also Scratch is another name for the devil. Mephisto is the devil of the Marvel Universe.
You just got so many names.
Mr. Scratch, yeah, is a name for the devil. Which means that, which could be, she, yes, has been working with Mephisto. And I'm on the Mephisto train. I want Mephisto to be a part of this. It's so bad. Yeah. Coming into the station. It's hot here. He's the devil. Maybe something happened to Mephisto. He can't materialize. So this is how, sort of like in Harry Potter when the person who shall not be named, Voldemort, was in the back of the head of the dude. You know, this is his way of materializing. So she's trying to get enough power to bring him into our world, and this is as far as he can come into our world right now in the form of this rabbit. I know it's a stretch. I know. But because he eats that freaking bird bug thing.
Well, it must be the devil.
Well, because rabbits are herbivores.
I mean, are they known to eat?
No, they only eat plants. No, maybe like vampire ones.
Bunnicula?
Vampire buddies?
No, he just sucks the red out of vegetables.
That's true. I hope there's something with, because also there's a scene in, was it the last episode?
Maybe.
Where she's holding the rabbit and he's like up out of space and she goes, "Oh yeah, oh yeah," like he's talking to her.
Or she's just crazy.
She's just crazy.
So there's that.
I mean, she's Agatha.
It was her all
since like the 1600s. So
very true.
Also, little details that I noticed. I'm all over the place tonight. When the runes were, the runes that Wanda was sort of trapped in, one of them looked like the House of M.
Yeah,
it did, like the House of M, like her headdress.
Yeah,
like it's very similar. I saw a thing that completely. We're just going everywhere.
That's what we do.
Hey, it's WandaVision.
Her mom, like the headdress that she formed, is apparently like similar to a headdress of an Atlantean witch in the comics. So and like all their Atlantis. I mean, that's Namor.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta,
Coca-Cola,
Georgia.
yes.
The Atlanta, Georgia witches. But so I mean that's Namor, and that's all that undersea everything. So that could have, like the tome or that book could be like an Atlantean tome book, because they haven't addressed what that is. Some people thought it was the same book that was in Shield for that one season,
which is not canon anymore for some odd reason.
Yeah, so
that's why they could use the same book again
and make it look completely different.
Yeah. So. Which some people have said that book, it's the Darkhold, right? Yeah.
The Darkhold. Or is it Darkhold?
I think it's Darkhold.
Okay.
I'm a Star Wars guy, so. Was probably in the Sanctum Sanctorum or Doctor Strange library, whatever that library was in Doctor Strange.
Library.
That it was probably in there, and that's where Agatha got it from, maybe.
Yeah, there was like a book missing or something on one of the shelves.
Yeah,
possibly.
I think that was a different book, though. But if all of those, which is funny, I don't know if they did this on purpose, but where the books are held in those libraries it looks like the hex. It's like a hexagon that holds them into place. So, a hex.
Probably coincidence. I did notice when they had him lay down on the table, that some of his circuitry was in the form of like hexagons.
Yeah. Yeah, the mesh stuff underneath.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think that the way that Vision was in that scene was there to put on a show for Wanda? Like how they were ripping him apart and everything? Because, I mean, they're scientists. Are they really just going to rip him apart?
Well, they said
for her emotion.
They said they had taken them apart, put them back together several times.
Yeah.
So they had her waiting for a while, so they knew she was out there, and it was all planned for her to come in and see him. So yeah, I could see them doing it for show, trying to get her emotional to see if she would do anything.
Yeah, because they did it like it was in a junkyard or something. Get the saws, just saw this thing apart.
Mm-hmm.
Parts.
Yeah, they're scraping up pure vibranium with whatever can apparently scrape up pure vibranium.
Yeah. I think it was for show. And how the sound that they had was cool. How when they were pulling the arms out, it sounded like basically bone, flesh ripping from the body.
You would know.
Shh.
What?
Great. Time to move again. Okay, so do you think there's going to be a Mark Hamill type?
Oh, I was like, no, he's not in this movie.
Person show up, Luke Skywalker type person show up in this last episode, or do you think that we've been trolled by?
If it's, I don't know, if it's a character from the movies, I would probably say Doctor Strange just showing up in like a mid-credit scene.
Yeah.
If it's just someone like that's famous showing up, that's just like a fun thing. Part of me thinks that they're actually going to use Dick Van Dyke in some role, because he was like they used him for the show as kind of like a go-to guy about sitcoms basically, and they seem to have made like the Dick Van Dyke show like central.
Yeah.
So all these shows, out of all of them, it's the one that they were watching when their apartment blew up and everything. So I can almost see it being a fun little thing. Maybe he's the engineer or whatever that shows up just like, oh, hey, yeah, that didn't work? Shucks.
Shucks. So it's not Doc Ock like you said last week?
Oh, no, I'm sure it's not. But that would have been fun. Just because the wheel had 8 tentacles on it.
Oh, man. Mid-credit and post-credit, Winchester says. Of what? Of last week?
This week we'll probably have like a mid-credit and a post-credit. I can see it have 2.
Yeah.
One that deals with the show and one that deals with maybe like the Winter Soldier or something, or Doctor Strange, or Spider-Man.
Or all of the above.
Or all of the above. They're all just sitting in a room like, man, that was crazy. It's our turn, huh?
Okay, what have we not hit here? Oh, what about Darcy? Is it Darcy?
It is
good
Darcy.
Old Darcy. She's just gonna be at that traffic light throughout the whole thing. She's still just gonna be at that traffic light.
Yep.
She won't be in the show. That'll be one of the mid-credit scenes. It'll just cut back to her still sitting at the traffic light, waiting to go through. It's just gonna be.
So we don't think other people that went through, like Darcy, are gonna have powers, do we?
Well, Darcy didn't have powers.
No. Like so like what's her name went through?
She went through several times.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and that's why everyone else who went through one time, they're just gonna have radiation poisoning.
Not good. So Darcy's gonna die.
Yeah. So that should be fun. I mean, Monica, we haven't seen her in a bit.
Yeah.
Saw her
she's with with
Pietro.
What was his line? He said,
"Oh,
fake Pietro or Pietro."
What was his line?
What was that?
Snoop's gonna
Snoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're still not sure what he is or who he is or if it's anybody. Just like
because Agatha said that he was just basically eyes
under.
and ears.
Yeah, he was under her spell. She was using him like as a puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not anybody Well, not Pietro at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's not Pietro.
I mean,
So he's probably just nobody, which they wasted, I think, an opportunity there for that actor, because I like that actor, and I would like for him to have a bigger role in the Marvel universe.
Still could.
Yeah, he could be some kind of lesser demon that she summoned to use.
Maybe.
You had mentioned that when he showed up, the alarms went off.
Yeah, the alarms went off in the.
He still could have been someone that entered the hex. I mean, Agatha was able to get in.
Was she behind you?
Yeah, it was Agatha all along.
That was funny. As soon as you said Agatha, you turned around like.
Agatha. Well, if you invoke her name, she might show up. So
you have to say it 3 times, right?
Check.
In the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, I would do that. If that would work, I'd do that, and then I would just like sing that song with her for like ever.
But you have a dog, so you may not.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. Sorry, I didn't know out there. Be gone, you witch. All right, so Pietro and come on, Rambo,
Monica.
Monica.
I always forget her first name. John Rambo. Probably something's going to happen with them in this episode. Those two.
They should.
I guess they're going to fight.
Maybe they'll fight, and then we'll have Wanda and Agatha fight.
Maybe.
Yeah, and
then we'll have Vision and White Vision fight.
Vision on Vision.
So
we're seeing double Vision.
And then Darcy will get out and fight all those children to get out of her way.
Yeah,
it's for the children.
But then we have Wu.
What?
Who's outside of the hex?
Yeah, well, he's looking for.
And we have Hayworth or whatever his name is outside.
What if there's something that comes back around about for the children, right? It's for the children.
Well,
the children. For the children.
We haven't got to them yet. Yeah, that's something else we need to talk about. The children. We have Wanda's children for the children, which I don't think are real children per se. Like,
I mean,
I
they
think
can change.
That's why Mephisto has to be in this.
Well, in the comics, they were pieces of Mephisto that were manifested into her children. So, it could have still been that Agatha kind of pulling some strings to make the children. I've seen a thing where, like, it was suggested because she seems to suck people's power into her. Maybe she did that so she could suck the kids into her to gain their power. That could happen. And that's how they disappear. And you still wouldn't have to have Mephisto necessarily have a big hand in it.
Maybe Senor Scratchy will just eat them.
Maybe she'll make him grow, and it'll be like a Power Ranger fight.
Oh gosh, please no.
And then Wanda will make Vision grow, and it'll be a big bunny versus giant Vision.
Yeah.
Let's hope not.
So the children will. I don't think they're going to make it through this last episode.
No, I don't think they will. I think eventually show back up. They'll
later on.
Older, I think, as well, because they're part of the Young Avengers, and that's the thing that they've apparently been trying to get going.
I think that's what's going to save her in Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
The children coming back is going to save her. I think they're going to go. She's going to lose them in this last episode. It's just going to drive her crazy. It's going to be sort of the straw that breaks the camel's back. And Vision may or may not join with White Vision, but she's going to be crazy already, and she's going to just basically poof out of there or whatever.
Wanda out.
Yeah. I'm hoping this isn't the last we see of Agatha. I hope they don't just pull one of those, we're going to kill the villain.
Yeah. Or, I mean, maybe you think she dies, and then in the after credits she shows back up.
Yeah.
And there she's talking to Pietro dressed as Mephisto.
I would love for him to be Mephisto. That actor. That'd be so cool. I don't think he's going to be, though.
Never know.
But maybe.
We
Never know.
Find out.
We've about talked as long on this subject as an actual episode of
That's right. 44 minutes is how long we've been on live on YouTube and Facebook.
36 minutes recording. Yeah. So now we're going to roll the credits, and we have a lot of credits to roll. Here's the Spain credits and the other countries.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we've left out of the WandaVision conundrum. If an engineer shows up, I don't know who it could be that's going to matter.
I think it's going to be some guest. It's Bryan Cranston. I don't know.
Hey! Which will be funny because they did Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
As one of their sitcoms.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird in the box of movies, which she goes through the first door and she's like a kid. The box of movies, they didn't do the Addams Family.
Yeah. Or Who's the Boss, right?
That was just in the box.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there might have been some kind of reference, but
because they did the Munsters with Agatha all along.
Yeah. I mean, there could have been
something
some
on the
Who's the
wall
Boss thing thrown in the 80s or something. Yeah.
Which is funny. The Malcolm in the Middle DVD set did not come out until after that would have happened.
Well, she was watching Malcolm in the Middle.
No, it was in the box.
No. It was in the box.
It was in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
It was not out until...
It was 2002. I looked it up, too. It was... But they were saying that's when that was supposedly happened. Because I had this conversation with Chris when we were playing. That's what I've read, one thing. But here's the other thing. That Dick Van Dyke set, that actual box set, didn't come out until 2005 that they were watching from, you know.
We've caught you, Marvel.
I read somebody explain it. They're like, well, things just work differently in the MCU. It could have happened differently. I'm like, well, fine. You can say that about anything, I guess. But
Howard Stark invented DVDs in the 70s.
And that was the thing. It's like this old TV. How did you get that DVD player to play on that TV that looks like it's a black and white television, you know? And then
all those DVDs from Arizona.
In this really war-torn country. It's like, how did you get your hand on all this DVDs? And they're not knockoffs.
Oh, there's ways. There are ways and wherever they are.
I mean, it's fine.
Imaginary place.
Dad had to do some things.
But she stopped the bomb with her powers, is what we sort of found out.
Supposedly, yes.
Yeah. Oh, and that was one thing too. Is like, so it says Stark on the bomb, right? So well, no, I mean, she's already met Tony Stark, right? So she wasn't mad at him then, but maybe if she's remembering it, maybe she's...
No, she was mad when they met her.
Yeah.
As in Ultron.
Yeah.
That's right.
Stark, you sent that bomb to kill you now.
Her accent came back. That was the funny thing. It came back when she was talking to Agatha, and she said, "Oh, your accent just keeps on coming back every once in a while," or something. That was funny.
So, as an episode before the final episode, did you like it, or were you like, "Hey, take it or leave it"?
I liked it. I didn't. It seemed like it could have been shorter, and they could have done other things.
Yeah.
Like it would be a full episode of just her going through all these things. Seemed like it took a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seemed like that could have been done in a more compact way, to where they could have explored some other things. But I mean, if they got everything lined up as they say to do, and everything be wrapped up in one episode, then okay.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean,
yeah,
we'll see.
I missed seeing a lot of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
true.
Anyways, all right, shall we move on to Spider-Man?
Sure.
Oh,
Sure.
Yeah, what's your theories here?
Oh, let me tell you. Spider-Man?
He's
gonna be it.
He's gonna have webs.
Gonna do whatever a spider can.
Anyways, I think it's gonna pick up, like I said, right after the last movie.
Yes.
I don't think there's gonna be a big time jump where it's like Spider-Man's been in this.
It could be like a week later or something.
Yeah. So you were saying, so we had Phone Home, which was in green. These are all titles that came out on Instagram.
Yeah, from the three main actors.
Yeah.
Like the three main kids, like Spider-Man, MJ, and Ned, the actors that play them. And yeah, so each of them, I think, Tom Holland put out Spider-Man Phone Home.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like everybody's like, really? Is this really the title? It seems like a joke. It seems like a joke. And then like shortly after that, Zendaya put out Spider-Man Home Slice. And they're like, yeah, this is a joke. And then the actor that plays Ned, I can't remember his name, put out Spider-Man Home Wrecker.
Ooh, the burrito.
It came in like a wrecking ball.
You had theories about this, right?
So just on the titles, like it seems like Marvel doesn't do necessarily anything by just like we're just like, oh, we'll just name it this because it's funny. It seems like there might be some little ties in there, some little hints about things. And so I had a theory based on the titles, but I also saw a theory based off the colors that the Spider-Man logo was in. But my thing was, since these individual actors put these out, maybe the titles have to do specifically with their characters and what might be happening, or a little bit might be happening with their characters in the movie. So with like Phone Home, I was thinking that his identity out there. Aunt May, of course, is like worried. Maybe she's in hiding, but he's out there trying to be Spider-Man. Maybe he's trying to still check up on her, and she's trying to check up on him. So phoning home, basically kind of tying into their relationship of what they're having to go through in the next movie with his identity being out. And then Home Slice with Zendaya, I was thinking, well, she found out that he was Spider-Man in the last movie. They were swinging at the end of it. They're starting to make this bond. So she's like Home Slice. She's like his number one kind of go-to person now because they're kind of falling in love. And but then with Ned Homewrecker, like he was Peter's number one. He was the guy in the chair. But now MJ's coming in and she's becoming more of the guy in the chair. So like a homewrecker, but he's trying. He's maybe trying too hard to prove himself to Peter that he's capable of being his man in the chair type thing. So that doesn't necessarily reveal any big plot points.
Reveals all to me.
Oh, okay. But I was just like, well, maybe like it has to do with a little bit with what they'll be going through in the movie. Personally, I thought that could be interesting. I don't know.
Since Phone Home, I would think maybe it has to do with Fury in space. Him getting a hold of Peter, or Peter trying to get a hold of him with the Skrulls, the Green. Since the Skrulls played a part, or was like in the credit scene in the last movie.
Yeah, that it could be. I mean, it could be
Phone Home, space.
Yeah,
could be. And the other theory that I saw online, which I kind of like because it's just kind of fun, is the coloring of the Spider-Man logo in each of these. You have like a purplish pink, you have a green, and then you have like a metallic silver.
Oh yeah.
Type thing. And if you put those colors together, it's color scheme wise, no, not actually meld them together, but put them together as a color scheme. You get mud. Put those together as a color scheme, then you get a famous Spider-Man villain, which is the Green Goblin.
Yeah. Because
he's green, his outfit's kind of this purplish pink, and then his goblin glider is typically a metallic silver. So it could be like a hidden villain coming out within it. Because, I mean, they're supposedly, I mean, Dr. Octopus is going to be in there, Electro's going to be in there. Who knows? Mysterio might show up. And if you start adding the numbers up, it's like, okay, well, if you're going to have all these villains in there, then why not do the Sinister Six?
Yeah. Yeah, speculation. Sinister Six.
So yeah.
Do you think Vance had mentioned it, and I was going to mention it too. I think Vance and I would think alike on this. For the Homewrecker Hobgoblin, Ned's character in the comics becomes Hobgoblin, right?
In the Ultimate Universe, I believe the character that Ned is based off of ends up becoming the Hobgoblin. So it could be the Homewrecker that like it could be eventually turning him into something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. No.
I don't know.
So so we know that Doc Ock is going to be in it from the Tobey Maguire.
Yes.
And we know that Electro from the
Andrew
Garfield. So there was rumors that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire were going to be in this movie, and then Tom Holland said, no, it's not happening. Do you think they're still going to be in it?
I don't know. Can you really trust Tom Holland?
Oh,
look at that.
Usually he just spurts it out.
Yeah, I think he's gotten better at it.
Yeah.
And I can see them saying like, "Go out there and say this."
Yeah.
So they kind of throw.
I think they're gonna be in it. If they're gonna have Doc Ock and Electro in it, why wouldn't they have the Spider-Mans from that universe?
I don't know. It depends, but because they have J. Jonah Jameson as it's the same actor playing him, so these could be this universe's versions of them. It's just they look the same, like J. Jonah Jameson does.
That's true.
So they could do this without doing the other movies, bringing that in with the multiverse.
Yeah,
but Doctor Strange apparently is going to be a part of this.
Yeah,
and I saw in one of the pictures that was released, someone took the picture and like blew out the colors so everything was like really bright, so they could see like a shadow that was on one of them, and they're like, the shadow, it looks like the shape
his hair
of Doctor Strange's head.
His very distinct hair.
Which they are looking up. It could be him floating in. Like, you never know. But, he is going to be a part of it, so you'd think there'd be some kind of mystical element that's happening within this.
Will the Vulture be back, or he's just going to be in the other movie?
Well, it could be... it could be him bringing the people together.
Because Vulture's going to be in, the vampire movie.
Blade?
Morbius. Yes. Yeah, he apparently is going to be in that.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Who knows? Now, on the whiteboard, I think Katrin has a picture of that. There's a lot of stuff on the whiteboard, too.
There is.
A lot of names they scratched out or X'd out.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also hexagons.
Yes, they're.
That's for the sciencey stuff. But hexagons, WandaVision, the hex.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. And there's also the Back to the Future. Why can't I think of it all of a sudden? In the DeLorean.
Oh, the
the thing that makes you go through time.
Yeah. Well, in the comments tell us we're all having a brain fart.
The flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor.
Yeah. Flux capacitor. Yeah, it's in the top kind of screen right area, like right beside Stay at Home. You can see a flux capacitor.
Oh, it's cut off on mine.
So look in the text message, you'll see it.
But there's also like, if Mephisto is becoming a thing, there's the much despised storyline of Spider-Man in the comics where Spider-Man reveals his identity to the public, causes him a lot of problems, and in order to fix it, he bargains with Mephisto to change all that, but he has to give up his relationship to Mary Jane. Like that never existed. So, that could very well bring in Doctor Strange if they're doing that.
I'm still on the Mephisto train.
It's so hot in here. And so, that could be how he gets out of everyone knowing who he is again, if they do that storyline from the comics.
Oh, Mephisto, yes. I want a Mephisto train shirt. Mephisto train gang shirt.
Hmm.
Whoop, whoop. Anyways, there's also an art director, and I forgot to mention for the White Vision, it looks like his little headpiece is an art director.
It's shaped like one. It seems to be. It glows like
Yeah.
one. And I mean, the Hayward or whoever, like the
He stole
director,
it.
he did say they tried every energy source under the sun. So
Yeah.
that would be one of them. I mean, which could lead into some type of thing with the Armor Wars, because that's about people stealing Stark tech and using it for their own. So there could be Stark tech within Vision, which kind of was a little bit to begin with. If Stark made Ultron, Ultron made Vision, based off same stuff. So that could lead them to believe, well, then why not put an arc reactor in them? See if we can get them going.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's possible. I don't know if it'll be a big thing. If it is, but
Yeah.
it could be something.
Then there's the COVID Spider-Man
Yeah.
symbol under homesick.
Yes.
Because you have that weird cube.
Yeah, I wondered about the cube. Like, I mean,
The cube could be
I was
a
going to say
tesseract.
Tesseract. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But I mean, it's also, it could be a point in space. I mean, that's how you would plot something in space, using X, Y, and Z.
Sure.
So I mean, that could be space, and then you have the flux capacitor for time.
Time. Yeah, we got time travel.
Space.
Space-time travel. With a little bit of arc reactor. It's all there. It's all there, Chris. And if you squint your eyes and look at it, it looks exactly like
It all comes back.
it all comes back.
Jeez.
I turn it upside down.
You can't turn around on your phone because it'll just flip around.
Anyways, I think there's gonna be a lot of craziness going on in that movie. I hope they don't overdo it with having too many villains, heroes in the pot. There's also rumors that Daredevil may show up.
There's rumors of that, him being in that, or Secret Invasion. There's been rumors that Coulson's coming back.
I wonder how they make that work if they've said Shield is not canon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but there's rumors that him and Quake will show up in one of the shows. Possible.
I would like to have that.
I mean, if it's a multiverse of madness, I mean, they could show up in Doctor Strange briefly.
Yeah,
because they're in their own universe. They dealt with like time, space.
I hope it's not one of those things where they look and you look into like they did for the CW crossover where they look into different worlds and it's like, hey, look, I know that person, and that's all you see.
Probably.
No.
Hey, there's the 1966 Robin. Move on.
Walking bat dog.
Yep, that's true. All right, so I think we've gone over a lot, haven't we?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm exhausted.
Yeah. So next week is going to be our WandaVision roundtable episode.
Wonderful.
We're going to have some guests on. We're going to all fight it out and discuss what happened.
And everything we said this week be proven wrong.
Oh, yeah. Except for Mephisto. I'm taking that one to the grave. I'm gonna hold on to it. Even if he doesn't show up, I'm going to be like, he was there. I know he was there. Don't take Mephisto away from me. The devil is in the details, Wanda. The devil is in the details. He was there all along.
For the children.
It was Mephisto all along.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep, that's going to be the new song.
That sounds a little creepier. I don't know.
Oh, Winchester, yes, Kang the Conqueror is going to show up for Ant-Man. Right?
Yep, that's a whole other time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quantum realm.
Yeah, so all kinds of stuff going on. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited after this. It's only like a couple weeks, and then Falcon Winter Soldier starts. Then we can go into that every week.
So that's going to be on in a couple weeks though, because it's like they have because they said they're going to do like the behind the scenes and that kind of thing of WandaVision.
Yeah.
And then
it's gonna the one behind the scenes is gonna be it's gonna point out everywhere you see Mephisto.
Probably
in the show.
And then the 19th is when that starts, right? For the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. It was anyways, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I hope it doesn't disappoint tonight or tomorrow whenever we watch it.
Still tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Tomorrow when we watch it, I hope it doesn't disappoint. I hope it's not, just like, well, it was just two witches,
Witch battle.
Battle of the Witches. Anyways, so yeah, we'll see. I think the kids are gonna die.
Oh, or
yep. Scooby and the gang will come in and unmask Agatha's.
It's Mephisto.
No. It's Mephisto. Zoinks.
Okay, so we'll end it with this. Who's been your favorite character so far on WandaVision?
Oh. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
I mean, probably the answer is probably Agatha, right?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's Agatha.
The most interesting.
She stole every scene she was in.
Yeah, it's probably Agatha. A close second for me might be Monica.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just really like her.
If they would do more with her, then that might change on the next episode, right?
Really good job. Yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy Woo is what someone said in the
Jimmy
comments.
Woo, yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Woo's been good. And of course, WandaVision.
Yeah,
it's great.
I mean,
everybody's great.
Everybody's great.
Special. They're so good.
And Pietro, he was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's been great. I mean, Herb.
Good old Herb. Cutting into a wall.
That was the best. I love that part.
Oh, but I think Agatha tops it all.
Yep.
Yeah. Because it was her all along. Until Mephisto pops up, and then he'll be everybody's favorite character.
Ryan's gonna be so happy tomorrow if he's right. We won't hear.
Yeah.
I told you.
I knew she killed the dog, so that was one thing I got right.
Well, first the beginning of the text was, "Have you watched yet? You need to watch now."
But I'm still sleepy.
Wake up! I'm gonna text you at 3 a.m. tonight. Get out of bed. Watch it.
As long as the Disney Plus doesn't crash it.
It has every week.
Really?
Yeah.
At the 2 o'clock?
Yeah. At the 2 o'clock every week that I've watched it at 2 o'clock, I've had to restart Disney Plus several times to get it to work.
Well.
Yeah, the one time we stayed up, it crashed. We couldn't get it going. We finally got it going on my wife's phone.
And that's great.
So we threw that up on the Apple TV, and it just played from her phone.
Yeah, I had to watch it on my iPad because it wouldn't work on the TV. And anyways, all right. So tomorrow we'll all find out that Mephisto is here, and we can all join Mephisto Train Gang, and it'll be fun. It'll be our own little club.
I gotta work tomorrow night, and that's when we would watch it. So.
Well, then stay up tonight and watch it. You don't have to work tonight.
I need to sleep tonight.
Well, then stay off the internet and don't answer my texts, or don't even look at them.
I mean,
no, I never text you spoilers. I just say, have you watched it? And then if you say no, then I don't text you back.
Talk bad about it.
Have you watched it? Adrian hasn't watched it. Have you watched it?
We can't get him to do anything.
He still hasn't watched Wonder Woman 1984.
Bring it down.
Oh man! All right, well, thank you guys in the comments tonight. You guys have been
an old
rocking
friend.
it.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Dean.
Hey, check out Tyler Dean. He's got a new song out. Come to Nashville. There's a video. Somebody from iamGEEK may make an appearance in it. Well, their voice. Me. My voice. You hear my voice at the end. Ask for a black Les Paul. Black Les Paul guitar. So check it out. It's doing good. It's been playing on the radio some. Watch the video, give them some likes, all that fun stuff. Come to Nashville.
I don't remember.
It's a fun song.
I don't think it's right.
I don't know if he's still in here, but yeah, go check it out. And then next week we'll be with the roundtable. Hopefully we'll have a couple guests on with us, and we'll battle it out, and we'll all join the Mephisto Train Gang, and we'll have our T-shirts that Chris are going to design. Woo!
Yeah, Chris.
Remember, I have a Funko Pop here for your wife that I'm holding ransom. So anything I want, you got to do. She wanted that flocked Chandler Bing rabbit costume Funko Pop, and I found it, and I have it here.
I mean, that's her. She has to do everything you want. She can design
if
stuff
I tell her, can you get Chris to make me a Train Gang Mephisto Train Gang T-shirt for your flocked Chandler, she'll be like, I'm on it now. And then 5 minutes later, I'll have a T-shirt. That's how it works.
It.
You don't have to make a T-shirt.
That's how we get.
You know, I'm going to be seeing your wife this weekend.
Yeah, she's going to be up there.
That's how we get friends. We threaten people. So.
Yep. That's how Ryan works. That's how we got on this show.
Anyway. All right, everybody, let's say it one more time. Let's all say it together. Ready? Mephisto Train.
Ryan killed Sparky.
No, I would never do that. Anyway, this is it. iamGEEK episode 183. And say it with me now. Mephisto Train Gang. Woo woo! We'll see you next time on iamGEEK next week for the round table discussion of WandaVision. 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 Like it all along. Oh, I hit stop too fast. I didn't get the children part. I think I got
Well, the music
anyway,
there, it'll be fine.
Fill it in.
Yeah, it'll be fine. All right.
Yes.
That was fun. I had fun. Little random episode. If you didn't watch or listen to last week's episode, go check it out. We had a fun time talking about ghosts with Katie Harrison from the Travel Channel. Yeah, I put that in.
Paranormal. What was it? Supremist. I don't know what her title was.
Paranormal expert. So I think it's
expert. That's it.
Yeah, I watched that episode that she was on. And literally, it was her and two really old dudes.
Yeah,
and Ronald Reagan's son. So, I don't know. Ghost in the White House. Anyways, okay. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook. I don't know if anybody's on Facebook Live, but thank you. They're all on YouTube tonight.
It's kind of flip flop, which is fine.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm looking forward to hearing what all of you have to say next week as we wrap this WandaVision up. It's gonna be a sad day wrapping it up. Gotten used to seeing Wanda and Vision once a week,
but then we'll have
something
else.
Yeah, it'll be a whole different show though, whole different type of thing.
Yeah,
Falcon and Soldier.
We think
there will be no witches probably, and no sitcoms.
We think.
But Agatha will be on it.
Wouldn't that be fabulous? Or if they're just like getting a car and they turn the radio on and it's like boom, 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 boom.
She's gonna be the new Stan Lee. She's gonna have all the cameos from here on out.
Just as long as she's not wearing the ace bandage around her neck. I didn't get that for her.
Yeah, it's supposed to be old fashioned. Ace bandage. Yeah.
They could have made it like doily looking, not got it from Walmart looking. Anyways. All right, thank you guys. And we'll be talking with you next week.
Bye-bye.